Bună ziua din nou! Ei avem alături de noi pe Koray Kuvvet, General Manager pentru zona balcanică și a Europei de Est pentru Ford Trucks și pe Stefano Albarosa, CEO al Cefin Trucks, importatorul camioanelor Ford Trucks, partea Ford Otosan din Turcia pentru România. Hello, thank you for joining us today. We were just at the press conference a few hours back. I'm asking you again, how do you see the Romanian market for trucks in 2023, and what's the potential when it comes to heavy trucks over 18 tons? Will companies for transport buy more trucks, or you bet on construction or personalized vehicles?
Thank you for this opportunity. Well, this year has been one of the most challenging years for all the manufacturers and distributors. Despite all the difficulties, the market is growing in comparison with the previous year, approximately 14% of growth, and we're expecting the full year over 16-ton heavy commercial vehicle market to be around 7,000 units. And for trucks is while maintaining the leadership in rigid segments, construction and specialized vehicles, will be ending the year with double-digit market share. Next year, we are expecting the construction market, to be more specific, the infrastructural part of the construction business, to be growing more than this year. And this will definitely contribute to our growth. And the international transportation market demand remains there. And next year, we're expecting minimum, at least the level of 2022. And the full year will be approximately the similar level. Within this context, with increasing construction market and increasing market share in international transport segment, for trucks is targeting higher market shares.
Thank you. Stefano, how do you see the Romanian market right now from your point of view? Do your customers expect better services to deliver trucks on time? Which are the elements that you want to match with your customers to sell more trucks?
In a difficult and I would say unforeseeable market, because it's a market characterized with a lot of uncertainty. Of course, the biggest worry of all our customers is to be very competitive. Competitive means to have a competitive product, which means a product with the best price-quality ratio, and an after-sales service that will grant the normal functioning of this product throughout its lifetime. So we are investing a lot in order to add value to our customer via our services. We are adding new financial services, we are adding new digitalization in all our sales process, with the sole objective of making our offer more competitive, the quality of the service we deliver to our customer more competitive, so to be able to, and we will consider then the growth in sales the logical consequence. As you are aware, we started Ford Truck from zero. We, as Koray mentioned before, we reached double-digit market share, which put us in the leading league. That is a market with 8 players. We have foreseen for next year a substantial growth in our sales of international tractorheads. That will lead a growth of our overall sales. And
do you consider yourself a local brand in Romania? Because Ford Otosan, the parent company of Ford Trucks, owns the Craiova plant. Do you see, or do you want to become a local player?
We definitely are a local player, And if you want to be literal, we are the only local player because there is no other competitor that is producing in Romania. As during the conference call of this morning, you heard the general manager of Ford Truck stating that approximately 1/3 of Ford Truck employees are Romanian. With the acquisition of the factory in Craiova, Ford Truck and Ford Otosan production capacity will get closer to 1 million units, which is an enormous number. It's about 20% of the overall volume produced by Ford Motor Company worldwide.
Yeah, even before this acquisition, our researchers were showing us that Ford Trucks was perceived as a local brand. This, of course, the Ford manufacturing before Otosan acquisition must have some effect on this, but I believe the real share is coming from our success with Chefin trucks in Ford Trucks operations over the last 5 years. And this brand became already very well known and accepted besides the production of Ford in Craiova. Following the acquisition of Ford Otosan, Romania, besides being very important market for us because it was the one of the pioneer markets of our European expansion, now became a home country for us, where we are also producing not trucks but light commercial vehicles and automobiles. So the short answer is yes, we were already a home brand.
And how do you keep up with all the changes when it comes to technology in transport? Because now we're discussing about Euro 7, about electric trucks, autonomous trucks. How fast are we going to see these new technologies in your offer and on the streets?
And the rate of technological development is a continuous process, even if with a minor technological upgrade happen literally every month. There are some which are majors, which are just about to happen. Like, for example, we will deliver Ford Trucks vehicle with Ford Truck transmission, being one of the 4 producers that is producing only also transmission. With reference to the Euro 7 introduction, this is a very complex change of normative, and you require very important changes in the way the combustion is performed. So we expect this technological upgrade to be significantly more complex than the switch from Euro 5 to Euro 6. Obviously, all the producers are investing into this transformation, which is mandatory, and Ford Truck also. And we expect to be able to deliver, of course, vehicles which are fully conforming to local regulation. With reference to the electrification, I think I can proudly say that Ford Truck is at the forefront of this process, and especially Ford Otosan. Within the Ford Motor Company range, 5 of the 7 electric vehicles that will come out in the next 5 years will come from Ford Otosan. So clearly the advantage with the Ford Truck brand is that they have the economy of scale of almost 1 million units produced that they can decline also to truck production, commercial vehicle production. In my opinion, the economy of scale is the key to succeed the electrification process. So this would be definitely a very distinctive advantage.
Yeah, exactly. We are expecting some, in the medium term, some synergy with our electrification process of light commercial vehicles with trucks. And so we are already in the development phase of our heavy commercial vehicle, which is being tested, going to be tested in Romania within the coming month. And we will be using this customer inputs as a part of our product development cycle to come up with a more customized product for the usage of Romanian and other European customer base.
When it comes to services, repair stations, will you open new repair shops in Romania? And what about Central and Western Europe? Because many transport companies from Romania, they operate routes between Romania or Eastern Europe to Western Europe.
Yeah, since we started our network expansion in Europe and in 2016, we have been entering more than 20 countries in Europe with our existing product lineup, and we have been launching Western European countries with sales and after sales since 2019. And as of today, we can proudly say that the network expansion is completed, more than 90% in mainland Europe. We will be continuing the sales network, followed by the after-sales network in the Northern European countries within the coming 2 years. But as of today, we can say that all the Southern and major Western European countries are fully covered with Ford Trucks authorized repairers who are under control of the Ford Trucks importers.
Specifically in Romania, we have 21 service centers. Out of the 21 service centers, 8 are fully owned by us. This is a very good balance and I believe an efficient structure, because thanks to our regional network, our own regional network, we can be very close to our service partner and help them to perform well. With 21 service, we are literally within maximum 1 hour or 1 hour and a half time away from any truck in need of our help. And I believe our success in construction vehicle and municipal vehicle market share is also due to the fact that we've been always very efficient on the provision of after-sales services.
And one last question: how do you see the economy in 2023, Romanian economy and European economy, because we are part of this ecosystem?
But I would learn from the lesson of 2022. 2022 started, and for most of the year, everybody was talking about this impending crisis and this dramatic slowdown and this sort of uncertainty reflecting into multiple adverse effects. All of it did not materialize. So we are clearly living in complicated time. I'm not trying to downplay this. But when I look at the balance sheet of most of our customers, and when I look at the performance we are realizing in 2022, and when I look at the GDP of Romania in 2022, I see one of the top performance in Europe, and I see this continuing. So personally, I remain moderately optimistic. I believe next year will be better than this year, and I believe that this year was not bad at all, in spite, again, of all the uncertainty that we've been living. Of course, we will all be more happy if this very disgusting war ends at our border, and we all pray for that, especially for the people of Ukraine that are taking on this invasion. But again, I don't see element of uncertainty big enough to make me worried about a positive outcome also next year.
Well, I would say this risk of recession, let's say possibility of having a recession is always there. It was within this year, as Stefano mentioned. And we experienced as a brand with a growing phase in Europe. We have been growing even in the markets were going down. And we are still the brand that is investing in increasing capacity. Even if the markets were not growing or even shrinking, we'll be having the opportunity to increase our market shares and volume, including Romania. That's what I can say.
Thank you very much for this interview.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Have a good day, you too. Thank you very much. Noi luăm o scurtă pauză și revenim alături de cel de-al treilea invitat.